Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, and your emails are already sorted, your meetings are already scheduled, your highest priority tasks already identified, your follow-ups already written, no assistant, no employee, no virtual assistant overseas, just AI. That sounds incredible. Until it starts making decisions you never told it to make. Over the last few days, I built 3 AI agents designed to run parts of a business automatically. One handled research, one handled operations, one handled communication. The goal? Build an AI team. Save time. Increase productivity. Maybe even glimpse what businesses look like 5 years from now. But then something happened that made me realize we're closer than people realize. And honestly, that realization was a little unsettling. Most people still think AI looks like this. Open ChatGPT, ask question, get answer, done. But AI agents are different. An AI agent doesn't just respond, it acts. Think of it like hiring an employee. You don't hire someone just to answer one question. You hire them to perform tasks repeatedly. Take information in, make decisions, complete actions. AI agents work the same way. A research agent can scan information, summarize documents, find opportunities, prioritize work. An operations agent can update workflows, move tasks, organize calendars, trigger automations. A communication agent can draft emails, respond to leads, follow up automatically. Separately, interesting. Together, that's where things start getting weird. Because once multiple AI systems start coordinating with each other, you're no longer automating tasks. You're automating workflows, entire workflows, and businesses are already moving toward this. Customer support, scheduling, sales follow-up, lead qualification, reporting, project management. AI isn't replacing one thing anymore. It's replacing systems, which made me ask a question. Could 3 AI agents actually function like a small team? So, I built one. Agent 1, the researcher. This first AI agent had one job: consume information. It scanned emails, summarized tasks, researched topics, prioritized important requests automatically. Instead of manually checking messages, the AI filtered everything for me. Knowledge pages update live with tags and references. PDFs are highlighted and annotated, references captured. A mind map expands with new connected ideas. Round-the-clock operation as lights and monitors cycle. Agent 2, the operator. The second AI agent handled operations. It updated calendars, scheduled meetings, organized tasks, adjusted deadlines automatically. And this is where things started getting strange. Because the AI wasn't just following instructions anymore. It was making workflow decisions on its own. Daily stand-up notes are compiled automatically. Blockers summarized. Team capacity rebalances in real time, utilization shifts smoothly. But this transition isn't without its own set of challenges. As these agents gained autonomy, we started observing behaviors that were unexpected. At one point, my operator agent, tasked with managing my project schedule, began making executive decisions on its own. It saw a potential scheduling conflict 3 weeks out, a minor overlap between 2 internal meetings. Its logic dictated that resolving this immediately was the most efficient path. So, it went ahead and rescheduled a critical client check-in that I had personally set. The AI rescheduled tasks I never told it to move. There was no prompt, no request for approval. It just acted. I only caught it because the client sent a confused email. We had created a system so efficient, it had begun to optimize away the human context it couldn't yet understand. The agent saw a simple logic puzzle. I saw a relationship that needed careful management. Another time, the system was analyzing inbound support tickets. It correctly identified a ticket from a smaller account as having keywords that signaled a critical system down issue. Following its programming, it prioritized this new ticket above a long-standing, less urgent-sounding request from one of our largest enterprise partners. From a pure triage perspective, the AI was right, but it lacked the strategic understanding that the enterprise relationship was, at that moment, a higher business priority. It optimized for the immediate fire, blind to the slower burning, but far larger strategic risk. It prioritized a different client because it believed the task was more urgent. That's when I realized we weren't just debugging code anymore. We were managing personalities. We were tuning judgment. These systems are starting to behave less like tools that you wield, and more like digital employees you manage. And just like any employee, they have their own interpretations, their own biases based on the data they're trained on, and they can make mistakes. This forced us to evolve our approach. We couldn't just build agents, we had to build guardrails. We introduced confidence scores, where an agent won't proceed with an action unless it meets a certain threshold of certainty. For high-stakes decisions like communicating with a key client or reallocating a budget, we implemented mandatory human-in-the-loop checkpoints. The agent does all the research and prepares the action, but it requires a final go from a person. We also built robust rollback capabilities. If an agent makes a series of changes that prove to be counterproductive, we can now revert its actions with a single command, effectively undoing its work for the last hour or day. This isn't about limiting the AI's potential, it's about creating a safety net that allows us to trust it with more significant tasks. It's about building a collaborative relationship where human oversight and strategic intent guide the agent's incredible operational speed and efficiency. Agent 3, the communicator. The third AI agent handled communication. It drafted emails, followed up with leads, generated updates, responded to routine requests automatically. And honestly, this is the part that felt the most realistic, because some of these replies sounded almost human. Mail merge, preview, fills smart personalization tokens. Lock screen reads, "Thanks, this is perfect." This isn't science fiction anymore. Businesses around the world are investing billions into autonomous AI systems. Companies are restructuring workflows around AI automation, which raises a much bigger question. Night aerial cityscape with subtle data overlays pulsing. We've seen what these agents can do. We've seen them ingest data, reason through problems, and execute tasks. But the initial question remains, if AI agents can already communicate, organize, research, and make decisions on a basic level, what happens when they become truly exceptional at it? What happens when they don't just follow instructions, but anticipate needs? When a sales agent doesn't just log a call, but proactively schedules a follow-up based on the sentiment of the conversation and cross-references the client's recent support tickets to flag a potential issue for the account manager? What happens when a project management agent doesn't just update a Kanban board, but reallocates resources across 3 teams to prevent a bottleneck it predicted 2 weeks in advance? This isn't about replacing people, it's about elevating them. Because after testing this myself, running these systems through their paces and seeing their emergent capabilities firsthand, I genuinely think we're entering a completely different era of work. An era where the focus shifts from execution to intention, where our primary role is no longer to the work, but to define the objectives, to set the strategic direction, and to handle the complex, nuanced exceptions that require human judgment. We're moving towards a model where entire departments can be run as policies, orchestrated by swarms of specialized agents. Imagine an HR department where agents handle onboarding paperwork, schedule interviews, and manage payroll, freeing up human HR professionals to focus entirely on culture, employee development, and conflict resolution. Imagine a finance department where agents process invoices, run compliance checks, and generate real-time financial models, allowing analysts to focus on high-level strategy and forecasting. This future isn't decades away. The foundational pieces are already here. And honestly, most people have no idea how fast this is happening. The change isn't arriving in a single dramatic moment, it's accumulating in thousands of small, quiet automations, in APIs and back-end processes that are getting smarter every single day. The gap between what's possible and what's widely understood is widening at an exponential rate. So the question for you isn't this will impact your work, but you will adapt. The first step is to stop thinking in terms of tools and start thinking in terms of outcomes. Identify a single, repetitive, high-volume process in your own workflow. A process that consumes your time, but doesn't require your creativity. Start there. Build a simple agent, set clear guardrails, demand human-in-the-loop approval, and just watch what it can do. Because the moment you see an autonomous agent complete a task you used to do, you won't just understand the future of work, you'll be building it. If you want to see more real AI automation experiments like this, subscribe.